To me, it can be the difference between profit and loss.
It's got us an extra 3 litres getting the pace system per cow per day.
It's absolutely vital. If somebody took the pace off, it'd be like taking your right arm off now.
95% of cows are all laid down. You know, everybody's happy. If they're happy, I'm happy.
What we initially found when we went on to Keenan from another machine, was where FCE went up, and I think we started around 126, we moved up to 135 and up to 1.4, but with pace we're up over 1.5 now.
The FCA is definitely on and up every week. We usually download on a Friday. As last Friday it was on the up again. Butter fats have risen, proteins have risen.
We're doing just about 30 kilos at 4% fat and 3, 4, 5 protein. Because we're selling our milk for cheese, we need to look after the component side of things.
We've actually increased by 5 litres, but the pace contributed to 3 litres a day. Also better quality in the milk. We've got better quality and the cows they seem happy.
Because of the pace, the boys have to think more about what they're doing. They try to get it more accurate. In the initial days, we could have been 10% out, but now we're down to, on average, less than 2%.
To start, we were a bit hit or miss, but now, when you see the figures coming in for pace, you condition yourself to be more accurate, especially with the more expensive ingredients like blends and that. You tend to be fairly accurate when you see the pounds, shillings and pence in front of you in the screen. Before, it was probably, there was a lot of variations. The cows were never really getting the proper ration.
We've got it down from, I think, 7% when we started to 0.83% as Friday. And it doesn't matter who now mixes the mix. Myself, my son or the lad, it's exactly the same every day. And everybody's watching milk tank, everybody's watching cows, and everybody's watching feed.
The first thing that we noticed over the other mixer was the consistency of the ration. You know, from one end of the shed to the other, the fluffiness of it. You know, it was like a bird's nest. You know, the fibre length, the actual milk fibre of the whole ration. It doesn't matter if I take a handful from the start of the load to the end of the load or the middle. It always looks much the same.
Since we went on to pace milk fibre, if you need 8 more rotations in the wagon at the end of the mix, it gets it. If it says the mix is complete and finished, it doesn't need it. And when you come out and tip it in the trough for the cows, it's definitely fluffy, even.
Before we get the pace system, they used to hoke and dig for fodder beet. Now they don't do that, they just take it as it comes because the fodder beet's all nicely mixed in with the rest of the ingredients. And we don't see them digging and routing as much as they used to in the feed.
It's a consistent mix and they're getting that, and I think that has started to highlight in the consistency of the milk production on a daily basis. This time last year we got more of a fluctuation between the milk yield, whereas I think now with the milk fibre we're getting a far more consistent ration and therefore milk yield staying more even.
When we first started I thought it would be a nightmare because I am not very technical. I don't know a lot about computers, but once you get into it, the Keenan representatives showed us the way to use it, and once you get into the system it's really quite easy.
Much simpler. No adding up, no taking away, no when mobile phone rings or an extra 50 kilos of cake's gone in. It has to be right.
How easy is it for the operators? They all find it very easy. You know, even my son who started to use it now, you know, a great way of training young people to be able to work with a Keenan, and for them to get the confidence to work it the way it should be worked.